Good evening, and welcome to another episode of ELEV8. I am your host, Justin Caraway, and today we're just going to jump into it. Of course, the topic that's been burning the internet down all week with the Will Smith and Chris Rock situation. So, with no further ado, I have two special guests, and of course, I got my boy CJ, of course, and he pops in late, but he's here. But we're ready to get started. So with no further ado, I want to introduce a good friend of mine. This guy I worked with. This is like a mentor to me. This is someone that I look to for advice and someone that encourages me and motivates me to push myself to do bigger and better things. So I have my good friend Eric, and I have my sister slash cousin or cousin slash sister, however you want to put it, Mika Baldwin, or Mika B. Let me get that straight. She is from the show King and Three Queens and King. I know I butchered the name, but I'll get it. But she's joining us today, and I cannot wait to hear what they have to say. So with no further ado, let me go ahead and bring my guests in. Hello, Mika.
Good evening.
Thank you for joining today. And hello, Mr. Butler.
Hello, how you doing?
Man, I'm great. Thank you guys for joining. So, Mika, let's start with you because we're gentlemen here and we're going to have ladies first. Will you please just give a little information about you and about your, just your rundown, just so people can sort of better relate to our topic and what we're going to be discussing and get to know you a little bit better.
Oh my gosh, why would y'all start with me? I don't know what to say about me.
Oh my God, just tell them your profession.
Okay, I am Justin's fine cousin slash sister. I am in my 13th year in education. Currently in an administration role, helping to educate these kids. Y'all pray for me. And And I am a part of a huge, big, loving family. Like Justin said, I'm a part of a podcast, Queen 3 and King, with my two sisters and one brother. It's four of us. My mama was busy, y'all. So I am here to enjoy the show, give my perspective, and my mind can always be changed. So I'm here to see if y'all can change my mind about what I think.
I can live with it. So, with no further ado, Eric, can you go ahead and give the people a little rundown about you, sir?
I'll just say this: I'm seasoned. I'll say that. I go by many names because I've lived in different, let's say, stages of life. So, in some circles they call me the intellect, and some they call me Cullen, some they call me the Atlantic because I'm cold, deep, and choppy. And some just call me Butler, not with the ER, but with the A. Anyway, I'll just introduce myself. I've been in staffing and recruiting for over 15 years. So my job is to manage the, I'll say, unstable elements of human beings. I've done that. So I've been in different circles, worked in different sizes of organizations. So my experience and exposure comes from that. I've been a teacher. I taught and coached for a few years. Played. No. So I have much respect for you. But I'll just wrap that up by saying that I'm a well-rounded individual.
Tell them where you played at because you just took a loss. I mean, I'm sorry, but I had to on the Facebook post. That was just
that's quite all right. That's quite all right. I'm proud of them men because they battled. You understand? So I did attend Texas Tech University. Yes. Played there through 93 to 97. And then also played a little, I played arena football for a few years as well up in state Oklahoma. And really in 2005 is when I got my professional career going, and I'm here now. So, but I'll just wrap up by saying I'm an ambassador of TBR. It's a life philosophy I live by. So you might hear about it a little bit throughout the conversation. You got to stay with us to get some details.
Right. Sounds good. Let's get to the comment. We got My sister Tracy Caraway, hello. And
Your sister, my godmother.
all right, crazy, crazy, crazy. So, with no further ado, we're going to go ahead and get this conversation rolling. I know Mika made it a very point, CJ, that we got an hour of her time. No more. So we gonna go ahead and get going. CJ, of course, I know you have so much to say in regards to this topic. My brother was hitting me up saying he was doing his research. He got notes. He's ready to roll.
Are those all the notes?
He got a Bible over there.
All right. So, first off, how everybody doing today? I don't think I introduced myself. First off, how you doing, Mr. Eric? Shouts out to you. Texas Tech. That's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Mika, what's going down? Now, you didn't reply to my comment. I said, hey, your smile lights up the room, but I ain't trying to slide though. I said that at the very end of Kings and Queens, but you ain't say nothing. That's okay. Well, you need to go back and look at that, but that's all right. We cool. You know what I'm saying? No problem. But so, and if this runs over an hour a little bit, Mika can go ahead and hop off. You know what I'm saying? That's all right. That's cool. But let's go ahead.
I whoop you. I was gonna say so. I don't care about you being no boxer.
Hey, look up my record, baby. look it up. That's all I'm saying. But check this out. So I wanted to bring a new aspect to the table because and this is kind of why I like our show. You know what I'm saying? This kind of why I like the show because on Thursday we what you call it? We're like the last to go. So kind of once emotions kind of calm down. So I was gonna ask, do everybody still kind of feel the same way about how they initially felt about the whole situation? And then I'll go off of that.
We'll start with Mika first.
Go ahead.
I haven't. At first, I'm gonna be honest with you, CJ. I thought it was staged. So Sunday night, I really didn't have a feeling about it until about midnight when I saw a couple different bloggers go live and like he got the piss slapped out of his mouth. So I was like, oh my God, this is real. So yeah, I still kind of feel the same way. I don't feel like it's staged, but I have my thoughts about both parties.
Okay. Mr. Butler?
My feelings are the same from what I originally felt. Now, and then I would say I just have a layered feeling now, just based on responses and nuances, and being able to hear from just responses, other information that's come out. But I feel the same.
And I'll definitely say for me, I feel the same way. The disappointment of the whole situation was really, once I saw CNN reported, I was like, I'm through. Like, what are we doing in society that this is being reported on CNN News? And I try my best to detach from social media from time to time, just to give my brain a rest and give my peace a rest, because you see so much negativity. So for me, it was very disheartening to see CNN actually report about that instead of celebrating this man getting his first Oscar. So that was just really it for me, the disappointment. But CJ, we're going to go ahead and let you wrap it.
All right. So my feelings kind of were the same, but something, because I know everybody was kind of a little bit hot on it on Sunday night. And well, of course, it happened on Sunday, and then Monday, and then Tuesday, with Mika and Ivan and Lily and Nicole, I believe, Kings and Queens, the Kings, whatever that's called. No disrespect to the show. So now it's Thursday, and we kind of calmed it down. So I looked at it from the bigger aspect, and I really thought I was thinking, if Will Smith really felt disrespected I mean, and I'm gonna go off a couple words, and Mika can help me out, and so is Justin. You know, because I was taking some notes down of what Ivan said during the last podcast, and I think he said like a lot of generalities. And it's no shot to him, but it's like every time it's like, so when you're debating and you're trying to get your point across, what you do is you make a generality that you know that everybody's going to agree off of, right? Yeah. And the point I'm referring to was when he said it was something like, you know, like we all can't act like we haven't been emotional before, or we can't, you know, it was something in regards to the line of you know, like don't act like that you ain't ever been emotional before, you had an outburst before like that, right? So we've all had those before in our lifetimes, no matter if you 21, 31, 41, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is, I really felt like that. And I did want to address something right quick. For people that were saying that, oh, because I wouldn't slap somebody, you know, does that mean that I'm going to just let somebody disrespect my wife? Like, meaning, I guess what I'm trying to say is, why did people feel like the only way in that situation was to hit somebody else? You know what I mean? Why do people? Because for one, people made it seem like if I was agreeing with Chris Rock, then I was saying, oh, it's okay to disrespect your woman.
Right?
No, that ain't that. I never said it was okay to, you know, if you feel like that your woman was disrespected, then go ahead and step up for her. I ain't gonna, you know, that wasn't the issue. My issue is I looked at the context, and in that moment, it wasn't like he was going in the whole time on Jada. He made that one little remark, and he was moving on. He was like, all right, we're back to the Oscars, and, you know, we seen how it went, but I do understand the backstory, or the quote unquote background, you know, the Rocks and the Smith, they haven't been always on terms. Yeah. And I had to actually look up. Somebody was saying, oh, well, Chris Rock was talking, you know, shit back in 2016. So I looked up exactly like what he was saying, and it didn't, and I'm just paraphrasing, because Jada Pinkett Smith said something in regards to black people should boycott the Oscars because it was nothing but white folks. And then Chris Rock was saying, oh, well, shit, well, you weren't invited to the Oscars anyway. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, damn, okay, well, that wasn't really, I mean, all right, that wasn't really, was that a shot fired, I guess, but it, you know, that wasn't total blatant disrespect. And then he said something about Will Smith. Justin, you can help me out with that movie he made, like the Wild Wild West. He was saying how he shouldn't have got paid that 20. Yeah, something like that.
Got overpaid for that movie.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like,
but it's a comedian, so it was in a joking manner. It
wasn't, exactly. So it was. So it was in
taking a jab at him. It was a joke, and I don't know. I got a question for the whole panel, so I'm just going to say this and say it because it's something that sits on me because I'm keeping up with the Judge Brown and what's going on with her in that situation. And I don't know about you guys, but I was disappointed in us as African Americans for not giving more light and more background and more social media presence to that situation versus this Chris Rock, Will Smith situation. And I just wanted everyone's thoughts on that because I made a Facebook post saying, while we're really sitting here debating this, we have a truly a woman that is representing not only us because of the color of her skin, but even representing the feminist movement. And it disappointed me when I was having a conversation with one of my neighbors, and she's Caucasian, but she's like, well, yeah, she didn't say, I didn't agree with her saying she didn't know the definition of what a woman was. I'm like, are you serious? Do we really have to ask that question? But I wanted to know everyone's thoughts on that because I compared the two. And I feel like, hey, Judge Brown deserves way more social media attention with what she had to deal with. Yeah. Those men straight up attacked her. And it disappointed me that the Black community was quick to step on this Will Smith, Chris Rock situation, make fun of it, have their opinions. This has been a debate for the past week, and it's still ongoing because it's still being reported on the news about, well, Chris Rock had his first performance and said this, but we're not talking about that situation. So start with you, Mika.
Well, a couple things came to mind when you were speaking. We have to, in our community, I mean, in all communities, but especially in our community, we have to be careful with what we allow to distract us from the major thing that's happening. So this is a distraction that has been, happening all for the, like you said, for the past 5 days.
Right.
Now, number two, a lot more people can relate to stepping up and slapping somebody in the face than they can relate to what's happening in the government of the United States. They can't speak to that. This is easy for people to speak to. So that's why they're able to speak to that. And number three, the negative is always going to get the most publicity in any situation. So we've allowed that to happen not only in our community, but as a society. We focus on the negative more than we focus on the positive. That's why when you watch the news and all that stuff, you're not getting all that's good that's going on in the world. You're getting all the negative because they can draw people in and they have more to talk about. Just my viewpoint on that.
Mr. Eric?
Well, I'll just be, as far as the comparison to it, anything that's sensationalized is going to get the attention. This is what everyone is hooked on, social media. Chris Rock and Will Smith, I mean, they're examples and pillars within the Black community, especially Black entertainment. So, of course, it's going to get that attention. So I'm not really upset that it's getting the attention that it's getting. That's a given, right? And Mika makes the perfect point. Things that you're not interested in, that you don't follow, and you haven't been having a palate for, you're not going to give a lot of attention to, which is Judge Brown's situation. And it's not as sensationalized. And this is no dig at my community, but the intellectual, judo that they're playing, it is a class, it's a master class on passive aggressiveness, and that is not really entertaining. It may be to some, and really, to be honest, it's a distasteful situation. I mean, just to watch someone who is to be questioned by people that they're smarter than. I said it. So, and we already know what it is. And here's another point on the circumstance and why I don't think there's a lot of tension on what's happened to Judge Brown, is because it is so much of a broken record. We're always questioned. We're always put to the side. We have to be exceptional in every place. And even when we are exceptional without question, we still have to go through this. That, I'm going to tell you, that's painful to watch because I've watched it. It's painful to endure. And, I'm this going to sound funny, but that stuff make you want to go up. That's who,
Yeah.
That's when you get that.
I'm not going to make threats toward any government officials because I don't want nobody knocking at my door. This my email start glitching and phone start acting funny, right?
Oh,
But what Will did, some of them up there need that done. But it's been heroic as well. Some of the senators have defended her and said, I will not allow, and I'm quoting, I will not allow anyone to steal my joy in this moment because I know what I'm seeing and I know what is. So as far as being upset with our community, they're going to, the mosques they're going to go to the light. What's the hottest thing?
Yeah.
And they're more familiar with these individuals. You know how it is in entertainment. People take ownership of certain people that they like. That's why they're so vocal about it. And to the audience that's watching, I'll give my opinion on that because I didn't do that. I just said I had the same feeling because I hadn't been on any previous podcasts or screenings. But my Will was just out of line. He demonstrated a weakness that was, and you used the perfect word, Mr. Caraway, it was embarrassing. That was my immediate feeling. I was totally embarrassed.
Yeah.
And my disappointment at a level I can't even explain. Like he really set the Black community back in ways that I can't even, really, obviously I can't put into words. Like I was hurt. Like I was really, really hurt by that. It was a selfish act and weakness that I didn't think would ever display. And then it goes into another levels because we think about the dynamics between him and Jada and the past actions of Jada. And then there's a lot of opinion behind that. So this is just think, this is connected to years of drama.
Yeah.
So
it
how
about that moment?
No. So that makes it even more complicated.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to look at who I'm just proud of Chris Rock. I mean,
right.
That type of resilience, the mental judo to kind of catch himself and still do his job in that moment. I commend him for that. And I do say that with no hesitation. He is definitely the stronger dude in this moment. He was definitely a professional at every level, and I commend him for how he handled the situation. Now, what he does afterwards, I don't know.
Right.
And then there's a lot of nuances, which I'm pretty sure will come up throughout this discussion. But Chris Rock, he gave us the only salvage we have because we are, as a community, and then even another level as Black men, how we conduct ourselves impacts every other Black man, period, point blank. You can say it don't, but it does.
Agree.
It does. And so that's why I even have an opinion about it. I was, oh, brother, you just set us back with that one. You don't give your detractors ammunition.
And that's one of the things that me and CJ talked on as well. And CJ, I want you to speak to that about us as Black men. Do you ever feel like you are around an individual, not just your woman, but an individual that is toxic, that is bringing you down? And that's not to say Jada Pinkett is toxic. I have my own opinion of that, but I'm not saying that. But I have been in situations before where I knew certain individuals, I can't be around them because it's going to cause me to have to do certain things that I would not want to normally portray or do.
So you're saying a woman that puts you in that position would be toxic?
In my opinion, yes, absolutely.
Okay. So do you think Will would have done that unless there was other outside influences to kind of prompt that?
Nope. I honestly feel like that had everything to do with how she castrated him in the media.
Mika, go ahead and jump in.
No. This is go ahead because this is.
But how she portrays him in the media, how she portrays their marriage, which is supposed to be sacred, which is supposed to be between those two individuals.
Her husband should be sacred. His image, his reputation, his brand.
But it's always been that underlying jealousy that she has for him. And the reason I say that is it shows every time he's come up in her interviews.
So anyone who would do that, to your point, that anyone who practices in those things would be a definition of toxic. Would you say that?
Yeah, it's toxic.
Okay, I was just saying that, and we'll let the intelligent, audience of ELEV8. We'll let the ELEV8 podcast. We'll let them figure out what that means. Okay,
Mika, go ahead.
I'll jump in on this. I didn't get my opinion, but both were wrong. I think both had parts in that, and they were both wrong. Hey, two wrongs don't make a right. It escalated. It shouldn't have to go there. Couple things with me. If I'm, with my man or whatever case may be, protection does not equal violence. I don't need you to go up there and hit him in order for you to protect me. That's not when I say protection, I mean, are you making sure that I'm good mentally, physically, financially, spiritually, and all that stuff? So, and let's get on Jada. Y'all might not be ready for this, but we talk about Will protecting Jada. Do we talk about Jada protecting Will? Because if I'm sitting there and I see my man get up, my first reaction is going to be sit down. Stop.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you. Wait, hold on. Just that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody. Yes, everybody was talking about Will. First off, Jada Pinkett Smith ain't never defend that man. Let's get that straight. You know what? If she has, pull that up, because I ain't never seen that where she was like, you know what? Will is just she get on that goddamn red table talk about how unhappy she is and how me and Tupac had a wonderful relationship. Damn, Will was jealous. Damn, Will this, Will that. So I'll say that, right? Now, secondly, right? So here's my thing, right? And to the award show. First off, did y'all see how Chris Rock reacted? I'm pretty sure it's out by now. And I tagged you in the video. Chris Rock, yeah, he looked, do you not know? I felt bad when it initially happened. You see the look on his face. I was getting the same, oh, damn. Like when Will was getting told Jada about the entanglement, how he was sitting there looking like the whole, why my father want me, man? Yeah. Like one of them type joints. You know what I'm saying? Chris Rock looked like, wow, I really told a lighthearted joke and he slapped me for it. And like he looked, and first off, I ain't gonna lie, Chris Rock better than me. It wouldn't have been no damn Oscar that night. I would have, the moment he turned around, get that little slick air, I would have came with that mic, popped his ass in it, because we ain't play that, bro. And then here's my other thing about it. Will Smith, and here's how he don't get no cool points from me and from my men, Mr. Caraway and Eric, you can attest to this. Let me tell you something. I guarantee you, if any man talked about your wife, y'all step, right? It didn't matter who it was. Y'all would step. Justin, I know you would. Eric, you seem like the person, you'd step. It wouldn't matter how big he was, if you felt like somebody was disrespecting your woman, you would step. Will Smith has been in multiple instances when people that has talked about his wife and he did not do nothing. H-Rap, I don't know if he's listening, but he brought up some situation about how he was waiting for Tupac to say something. Guess what? He ain't do it. Shoulda, woulda, coulda ass nigga. He ain't do it. You know what I'm saying? He was out there with he's been out there with multiple award shows with Eminem. Eminem has talked so much shit about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith, but guess what? Wasn't no confrontation. 50 Cent talk shit about people on a daily. Them two was at the same award show. Guess what? He ain't pull up to 50 like, man, I heard you was talking. So you don't get no cool points, Will Smith. And I feel like he really, and people were saying, oh, well, he would have did that to anybody. I really don't feel like he would have did that. You seen Chris Rock, you seen somebody you feel you can get over on. And bro, Chris Rock is like what, a buck 160. He just something makes look exactly. But look at how that man felt after he slapped. Like, did y'all see that video? Like,
I seen his face, and like,
yeah, like, did you see? Yeah,
it was almost pitiful. Like, dang, did that really
exactly?
Just happen? No, to me, CJ,
yeah.
I understand. I think Will just reached the ceiling at that time, and Chris Rock just happened to be the person that he slapped. I don't think he said anything in the past, because Jada has really started last couple years he's embarrassed. He's, like you said, he's been emasculated over the last couple years. So I think he just finally popped. And unfortunately, as a society, we don't get to pick and choose when people pop. Was he wrong? Was he wrong for going up there? Absolutely. But as my man, I'm gonna say, can you pull his coattail after the show and let him know what he shouldn't have said? I have alopecia.
Exactly.
It may be, but I'm not gonna let you go up there, because I'm thinking about your career. I'm thinking about this possible Oscar you're gonna win in a few minutes. I'm thinking about I'm thinking about a whole bunch of things as a woman. But she didn't protect him. She didn't protect him.
It's so
well said, Mika. Go ahead, Eric.
I think there's so many other state. We put a lot of focus because, of course, that's we can make excuses for what we do, right? Or what we can take and what we can't take. Even, I mean, the real travesties is how it happened. Somebody get to slap you. Yeah. You're at work. We're on live TV in front of.
I'm at work.
Billions, if not millions, worldwide television.
Yeah.
And somebody slapped you. Chris Rock's quote, he said, He say, man, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. You know what I mean? So it was like he had to, and I would love to ask Chris Rock what you were thinking. I would gather the thing because it ran through my mind. I said, Will Smith done broke. He done broke. Like he's in more distress than we understand and realize. Mm-hmm. He's an actor. He cannot truly show his pain, his hurt, and his embarrassment. And a lot of men are not going to admit this. I wouldn't expect, Mr. Caraway, Mr. CJ with the drip to admit this. But men have fragile egos.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
I would have described them like rice paper. You just flick a little water on there, they'll dissolve. You have to really work to strengthen your, it's huge, to shrink it so it doesn't have a lot of room to be hit. You have to physically work on that. And the thing is, if I would say a man is going to identify the things that put him in harm's way. And if it's not bringing me power, prosperity, or protection, then it's got to go.
Come on, 3 P's.
It's got to go. Because if you got the 3 P's, then you're going to get the 4th P, which is peace. And when you're at peace, you're going to be productive. And when you're productive, you can go ahead and fulfill your purpose.
You better preach.
Hey, so y'all see why I said this is like a mentor to me. I love Eric, and this is just not to cut you off, but this is just a testimony as far as early on in my career at Comerica. I remember having those conversations with you and you just taking me under your wing and being like, hey, brother, don't get down. Don't get discouraged. Right now, it just ain't the time, but trust me, it's going to get better. Just stay in there. Keep doing what you're doing. They already recognize you, and you'll make it happen. Just relax. Just chill. And to hear you speak, that's why I was like, I got to reach out and get you on, because that, to me, was like, I remember at 27, what that meant to me. At 27 years old, having someone like you to speak those words and actually be able to grab me and have someone physically speak those words into me, it really transcended. It just escalated and helped me grow as not only in my career field, but as a man, as a father, as an individual. So that's what I feel like a lot of our people, not just our youth, not just in our society in general. A lot of people are missing that. And that's what really scared me and really hurt me to see Chris Rock and Will Smith do that, was these guys are 50 plus. Yeah. And that's how we responded.
But just, you got to realize age doesn't always equal maturity. So
and I totally agree with that. But because of Will Smith's stature, the expectation is one of
his responsibility is greater. I don't care what you say. His responsibility, which led into his purpose, is greater
than that one slap.
And the importance of that is that, man, he tarnished it a great deal. Like, we really have scrambled the eggs and confused. And this is my fear. I can't prove it. I haven't done data or research or talked to a wide group of individuals. But if you look on, Black Twitter, as they say, or on social media in certain circles, man, you just see opinions that really advocate, I woulda, ain't no way that could have been me. I'm like, man, I really wish we would elevate. And Will Smith was really an ambassador of that.
Thank you.
I was just so broken, because then he gets up, wins the award, tarnished really the night for everyone. I didn't even really get to understand about Questlove's documentary and what they may have prepared for.
And that's a good
I know, and it was so important. It was important for our community. It was important for the world to understand that individuals out of our community do these things and deserve this type of recognition. Then we had an all-Black ensemble that was producing
The production team, yeah,
was producing this. It was a bigger debacle than anybody can really, in my opinion. Let me make sure I put that.
Because Eric, you don't even know who won Oscars at night. I bet you don't.
It wasn't talked about. Nobody was worried about anything else.
No.
They were too busy making songs and raps that go along with the slap and memes and videos. It was ridiculous. But I wanted to wrap up as I was talking about purpose, because that leads back to Will. And I think that needs to be conveyed. He talks about, I want a world with love, and bro, I can't, nothing you're saying right now carries any weight. None of it going to stick because of what you just did. How you're contradicting yourself. Won't we talk about practicing what you preach? But I digress. Go ahead. Go right ahead. I'm sorry, CJ.
No, you good. No, but so here was another aspect I wanted to bring to the table, right? So everybody was talking about the cause. Not too many people are talking about the effect this is gonna have. Meaning, so and I think I tagged Justin, and I think I tagged your cousin Ivan, your brother. I'm still trying to learn a family tree.
That's my brother.
Okay, cool. So I was like, and I think I said something because Cedric the Entertainer went ahead and said, hey, I ain't know it's Will Smith. If I talk about your wife, I'm beating your ass, this, that, and the third, right? So the effect is, I'm like, and I told Justin, I said, hey, Will Smith can't slap everybody, meaning this, right? Now somebody found your weakness. We already knew Jada was your weakness. So guess what? Everybody is going to exploit that, and they gonna wish you would come up there. They gonna wish, because so it's the syndrome of when you joking about your mama, do you want to fight? And this was me being a youngster. Well, I am a youngster, but still like a little bit younger. Like I'm talking about in grade school when people doing yo mama joke. So I was getting in so many fights because somebody say something about your mom, you don't like you, throw hands. And I was getting fights so much that my mom was like, son, you gonna fight everybody talk about me? That's right. And that was a big maturity. I'm like, yo, I can't fight everybody that say something, that's gonna talk about my mama or my family or whatever. And Chris Rock's a comedian. I'm pretty sure you can tell he wasn't trying to just go in. Shit, if y'all want to see somebody go in, watch Cat Williams go in on somebody. Watch Dave Chappelle go in somebody. Hell, I seen Chris Rock roast somebody for 5 minutes straight, just being a heckler, just talking about them ruthlessly. But what you did was, now you brought more attention to your family. Now more people are going to talk about you. And I guarantee you, you're not going to be able to lash out on everybody. And like you said, Will Smith is 53 years old. Will Smith old enough to be my daddy. Shit, hell, my dad's 55. Shit, so you know what I'm saying? So you're acting in that immature way. When I used to look at Will Smith, man, an icon in the Black community, just a legend. And just to see you act out like that, now now what you started is just like what Mr. Eric said. That's something that you're gonna have to fall back on, and you're not preaching that. You want to talk about all this love and and then whole timeout. Then homeboy had the nerve to be like, when he got the award, he was on the, I am a protector, I'm a family man. Everybody was in there, woo, doing all that bullshit clapping. I said, no, y'all doing that so it won't be awkward of just what happened. No, a real timeout. A real family man ain't gonna act a fool, like Mika said. You know what I'm saying? It's different if somebody is going at your wife just totally nonstop. Yeah, that's totally different. I'm not saying don't defend your wife, which I don't know. People were kind of mixing the, if I disagree with the Will situation, so you just gonna let somebody talk about your wife? No, that's not what I say. If somebody's constantly, harassing, because that's when I call it harassment. When the joke ain't funny no more and you just keep going. See, now you harassing that other person, then you do what you got to do. But as a man of that age, you got to learn how to tone it down. You got to, if you really had a problem with it, you should have just said, hey, Chris, hey, Rock, come on, bro. I didn't appreciate that. And people were saying, oh, I would have slapped him. Justin, you wouldn't have slapped somebody, Dave. Mr. Eric, you wouldn't have done it. Ivan, you wouldn't have done it. I know he's single. Dude been divorced like 5 times already, but he wouldn't have done it. Ben,
all right, CJ.
I know. Ben, he wouldn't have done it. H-Rap, nobody would have done it if it was the same context joke. You're not gonna go up there and slap a comedian because he said what she looked like. So I just felt like that was really, like, that was just so out of line. That was really online. It was unnecessary. It was uncalled for. And I don't know if y'all heard about what the Rocks was saying, but the Rocks, Tony Rock and Jordan Rock, shit, they say it's on site.
On site.
They said it's on site. They said, shit, we ain't going for it, but,
Can I play devil's advocate right here, though? Just
do that.
Yeah.
So y'all telling me, I'm not saying what Will did was right. Y'all know I said both were wrong in the part, but y'all ain't never lost it or snapped.
No, absolutely. I've been the Will Smith in a moment. I've been the Will Smith. So I will tell you in that moment that the disappointment is one point that's made. This man is 53.
Mm.
You have been there. There are there's, in my opinion, there's just been other opportunities, other individuals you could have done that to. So if you were trying to, like, I'm going to make a statement and tell people it's enough and I'm full. No, your cup been full. We didn't see your face and you didn't respond that way.
Tell him, Eric. That's what I'm saying. Tell him, Eric.
Just so he needs to stop it. And all of this coming out of your house.
Out of your house.
Out of your house. You cannot get upset at comedians and hosts. This is what they do. All those jokes, he joked with Denzel. He joked with I forget, he was the head actor in I forget the name of the movie, but the couple that was sitting there. He was making an intellectual dig on the wife, saying he was like, he said, Will, God, he said, I can't win. You saying that they're gonna be arguing because they can't be competitive. That could be seen as a dig. And I would equate Chris Rock's reference to Jada just as light and at an equal level.
I would.
I got you. But here's the thing. You're at the Oscars. This is what they do. You telling me you do not have the maturity or the understanding that this is what they do, and this is really a possibility because you and your wife have your business everywhere.
Yeah, it would be different, like you said. This is what they do. This is what comedians do. One, the Academy said those jokes were not vetted. And I think that's why they vet jokes. So that you can't. Somebody would have said, hey, Chris, you may not want to touch alopecia. Listen, you can't. But if you're going to joke.
He didn't touch alopecia. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you like that.
No, you're fine. No, he touched her. He touched bald head, which is to Jada. To us, it may not equal.
I didn't know that she had alopecia.
But it's from the movie that she did, the G.I. Jane movie, the first one, the only one. I'm sounding like Chris Rock.
She wasn't. No, listen, Jada Pinkett wasn't in G.I.
She wasn't in that movie.
Oh, what? She did one movie where she had her.
Debbie, what's her name? Debbie Moore, I think.
Yeah, that was Debbie Moore that played. Yeah.
However, Demi Moore was a powerful. So I'm gonna show you, Mika. I definitely want to let Mika B go.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm gonna tell her this is what I thought. I actually, when he made the reference, I said I would love to see Jada Pinkett be in a G.I. Jane 2. That was my immediate thought. I was so confused and taken aback. I was like, "This what? People mad?" Because and I didn't know she had alopecia. Right. So I'm thinking, and then I think about the character of Demi Moore's character in G.I. Jane, strong. Like, I got my, I'll stay off that topic. That's for another day, another show. But it's, combating a male-dominated industry and making it happen where you have to want it to make it a dig, I thought it was just immature is the word that CJ used. I was like, wow. And if anything would have been brought, I would be still disappointed.
Yeah.
Say that it's still not the right action, but I would have to sit back and be quiet if they would have made any references to the entanglement or brought up the other party of that entanglement. Then I'm like, we've been through that. We've done that. That's right. Dirty. And I'd have been upset with Will, but I'd have been like Chris Rock in his show. Like, I don't agree, but I understand. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? So I definitely want you to see, I definitely want to hear your opinion on why was Chris Rock's lighthearted? Well, that's my opinion. That's an opinion. His joke so bad that it even warranted any of that. Any disdain.
Probably what it was, Eric. That was a lighthearted joke. We all watched Chris Rock's.
I have to be subjective. I mean, it's a subjective thing, so I have to respect other people's opinions.
It's subjective,
even if we don't agree on it. So that's why I worded it that way.
Eric, you took it. Right, to me, lighthearted is subjective. Like my family, if y'all sit around with us, we are ignorant. Like we can go.
I gotta piggyback on that. If y'all sit around us, y'all will probably be looking like, yeah, that Will Smith, Chris Rock ain't nothing. This person should have slapped this person.
Hey, man, I've been having a roast session when we all get together. So when I'm invited to the family functions, yeah, I'm charging Ivan ass up. But go ahead.
No, but it's our family is what can go in. So to me, even if I had alopecia, like to me, I would be like, oh, I got you afterwards. Or, okay, we're going to talk. To me, I would, but to her or to him, it's subjective. To us, it's lighthearted. To them, they're like, oh, no, we're not taking that. But everybody, he was here already. He just needed one something, and one more public place to do it than the Oscars. I'm gonna show y'all I'm not no punk. I'm gonna show y'all how y'all shouldn't come to my.
With the 5'5", 155.
But in his mind, it was okay. In our minds, we was like, well, what you doing? But he didn't stop. He didn't think. He didn't. To me, if he was that hot, his wife should have been like, let me stop. Let me think. Let me help him in this moment. Sit down. We're good.
I want to ask CJ and Mr. Caraway.
Yes, sir.
Ask me, brother.
Now, we all watched the video, correct?
Yes, sir.
I would say I gave some study to it. So even if you looked on social media, other people have broken it down and given their perspectives. But the delays, he did not move until Jada revealed her disdain. It was almost like battery in. I really thought it was like a battery in his back.
I said the other night. Somebody put a battery in his back.
So he gets no. It wasn't. He was sitting there laughing, smiling, enjoying himself, knowing that he's the leader and he's about to, make history. He's about to accomplish a goal that he has had for quite some time. He's been snubbed. He should have got concussion. He should have been nominated or up for that award doing that movie because he did a great job. Even in the thriller he did with Jaden, a lot of people say it was a horrible movie. Bullcorn. He did an excellent job in that. Excellent job in that as well. So anyway, I can't give him any excuses. It was too many telltale signs. He wasn't sitting there looking like he was stressed or even worried about those things.
Yeah.
Now, I know I'm kind of sliding the chips back over to Jada's table, but Jada's table is Will's table because I may stir up the pot with him, but he's supposed to handle that and correct that one way or the other. Now you can't correct a person, but you can definitely draw your boundaries. And if they cross too many of them, then you need to do something else. And so,
Justin,
I'm sorry. Go right ahead, CJ.
Now go ahead, Justin. No, you say what you're gonna say, then I'm gonna say what I got to say because I had something for what he was asking.
So when y'all saw that, Justin, when you saw that, did you see what I saw? And how does those actions and the delays and that elements, how did that make you feel? how does that dictate your thought on it?
The biggest thing for me, well, the word that sums it up for me all was disappointment. And disappointment over the fact that this man should have had that conversation with his wife, because obviously the issues stem from at home, that you're portraying me as something that I don't want to be portrayed as. I'm Will Smith. I have an image to protect. I have a brand to protect. I have my name feeds people. Let's just be honest, right? So at that point, you can't do interviews talking about entanglements. You can't go on Oprah talking about our sex life. You can't talk about past relationships with Tupac and how he was your best friend and this and that. Like, no. But because he allows his woman to control him, and that's my thing. He allows his woman to control him, and her look alone caused this man to do something that I truly feel like he's totally sorry for. I feel like he truly understands what that meant and what that did for us as a community and what that did for his brand. Because at the end of the day, it's like what we were always taught when we were younger. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. And it goes back to what we talked about. If you have a toxic person around you, because it's a language us as men. If I give you a certain look, you know, like, hey, okay, I don't want to cause any problems. And the thing is, we all have seen or know people that died for a lot less than what you saw on Sunday. Lose their life.
Yeah.
So every action has a reaction. So in that sense, if I'm Chris Rock security sitting there, I'm going to get Will because you messing with my bag. That's who I'm protecting. That's who I'm, here to make sure he's good. So at that moment, you ain't making it off that stage.
But no, I don't think anybody. That ain't what I expected to happen. Maybe to say something like whispered to Chris Rock's ear. Even his security was just like, nah, he ain't finna. I mean, there was Chris Rock said, this is the greatest night on television. He knew it's unprecedented. It's just ridiculous. I mean,
but it wasn't for me. I was expecting when I saw the video, I'm expecting Will to go up there jokingly, put him in a headlock or play around. Nothing.
Yeah.
Even the headlock would have been a much for me. But I'm just saying, like a little, like play around, like chill out, like that. But to actually slap him and then walk back to your seat and continue to yell, the whole audience was like shocked and confused. Like, we ain't never seen this man act like this before.
No.
And he's been in the limelight for decades. So that's why I feel like, honestly, it has everything to do with his wife and her not doing her job as a wife, and her having that negative, toxic influence on him that caused this man to get on national TV and do an act.
Global.
Global.
Yeah, it was international, right?
Yes.
And then also for him to get back up there, and you could tell he was outside of himself. You could tell he was influenced because of his acceptance speech. He wasn't crying because he won. He was crying because he knew I was way out of pocket and I overstepped. I would have had more. The disappointment is just with me, period. But CJ, I digress. I'm going to let you take that.
Nah, so here's what I was going to say, right? For one, with the Will Smith has a funny energy when it comes to certain people. People were saying, had it been anybody up there made that joke, he would have slapped them. Nah, bullshit. If it was Dwayne The Rock the other Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson made a joke, shit, he would have looked jaded. Shit, I don't know what you want me to do. Shit, that's goddamn nigga, that's The Rock, you feel me? But so on a serious note, as a man, and this is just, when you have people that you don't like you know, we some youngsters, we as in myself, my community, we call them some ops. You know, we don't really, you know, we don't mess with you like that, you know, like, oh, you a op, you know what I'm saying? If you really had an issue with that, brother, if you like really had an issue with that, brother, there's sort of with, and just like what Eric said, and I like what he said, it was so many points in your career you could have proved, oh, I'm that dude, don't play like that. He has yet to prove it. What? Because you slapped some reporter because he was trying to kiss you. Now that I do understand, I ain't gonna play like that. I understand that. But but Chris Rock. So that's how you gonna prove how you the guy on Chris Rock, right? No, brother. You should have been you should have been did that. But because we don't see you as that. Okay, let me give you an example. If 50 Cent would have did some shit like that, I would have been like, oh, well, hell, shit, that's 50. Shit, like, he a gangster in his dick. Even though I don't even feel like he would have did that. The people, like, and I'm talking about people that have issues with certain people. Mm-hmm. Jay-Z has certain issues with people. You don't know, somebody, bro, people be talking about Beyonce all up and down his face. You don't see him. Don't you talk about Beyonce like that, this, that, and the third. You know, P. Diddy, 50, you know, it's just certain levels. And you see with Will Smith, it's a serious, sad case. And this is what I was trying to bring it back to with, you know, with what Mika's talking about. His woman is not holding him down. His woman, because there's no way, if I act a fool, ain't no way my lady gonna condemn that. She ain't gonna think, and this is an FYI for the youngsters in my generation that think it's okay to, because you have some people, like some females, they feel like that's okay to do. And, right. And for, you know, and y'all know what I'm talking about, you know, these young females, they, oh, my man would do this for me. He'll do that. He'll get you up out of there. I feel sorry for that, brother.
We got to get to this comment because this was something that I knew was going to come, and I'm glad it happened.
Who said this?
None other than my cousin, and I knew your sister was going.
Hell yes.
Going.
Hell yes.
So the question.
Hell yeah.
No.
Hold on, no. we got to do this for our listening audience too. So the question: are we really putting this all on Jada? I want to start with Mika. I want to go with Eric. I want to go with CJ because I know you ready. And then if need be, if I feel the need, I will definitely say something. But Alicia, thank you for that question. I knew this was coming. So Mika, you got it. I'm gonna leave it up while you do this too.
Yes. Okay. When I spoke about Jada earlier, I was putting her as the person who, when Will got out of pocket, when he wasn't thinking for himself, because as your helpmate, I'm supposed to be there to help you get through some of this stuff. So when I said Jada, you know, one of the things, that was just one of my points. She didn't protect him. That was just one thing that I said, meaning when you're, like you said, if your husband or your boyfriend, he about to do something that you he know he's not supposed to do, you say, oh no, let's sit down. I know he's not thinking. I know he's not in the right mind frame. I know he is upset. And you know, sometimes when people are upset, they're not thinking correctly. No, I'm not putting it all on Jada. I'm also putting it all on Will, because Will should have corrected this a long time ago. You allowed your household, you allowed all this stuff to go on in your household, which took an impact on your mental. And you get up there and you make wrong choices. So Will had something to do, but Jada should have had her man's back. That's what I'm saying. But Will, you didn't correct it. You're the man of the house. You should have stood up a long time ago. Then we may be in a different situation.
Eric, all yours, my brother.
All right. So let me stir this pot up.
Oh my.
Stir it up, Eric. Hey, yeah, hit one of these.
So if you are, and I'm just talking to the women of today,
okay,
you're independent. Yes. I got my own. I'm strong. I can do anything a man can do. No, I'm not your helpmeet. I'm your partner. No, I'm not behind you. I'm right there beside you.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna carry weight and responsibility, then come on and get all of the weight and responsibility. Now me as a man, because I'm a man, I'm looking at Will.
Yeah.
Man, you have the responsibility to take care of your home, to level set. And then now I'm putting this on Jada, because Jada, if you up there equally with him and y'all partners, and you know what? I'm gonna start this over.
Okay.
I'm gonna take this
over, brother.
Yeah, I'm putting it on Jada. All of it is on Jada.
No.
And I'm gonna tell you why. They were in a open, I don't care what kind of relationship they got. Open, swingers. They were split up. Cool. What's understood is they had an understanding, and that's all that really mattered. But I tell you a caveat of that understanding. I'm Will, baby. We gonna do this, but it's your responsibility to do what we gonna do. Don't let it get out. It ain't nobody else's business, because we got a brand. We not just some couple. We are the couple.
Eric, tell her what they do.
This woman got with her son's friend.
Tell them.
Her son's friend.
Tell them.
Defend if you want to.
I will.
I don't want to talk. I'm not going to have that conversation, because I'm not talking to anyone who thinks it's okay for a 40-something-year-old woman to be messing with her son's 20-something-year-old friend.
No,
the age, I'm not talking about the age.
Yeah.
This is your son's friend.
Yeah, I'm not going to defend.
Not only did okay, now I'm gonna give you that. Okay, they did that. Cool. They grown. They both grown. Y'all like to mess around with that? Cool. Next, you let it get out. Jada, don't fool with the person who can't keep their mouth shut and our business.
Stop,
Jada, that's what Will was mad about. That's why he sit at the red table with a red face. Jada,
no,
so what? And then this woman would not get up there and say, baby, I was wrong. I was in an entanglement. But and then goes further after they get through this. Because we let them off the hook. Yeah. We was gonna go on with it. We was done. Then you go on Oprah and tell, I just mentioned about men's egos, and say your man wasn't smashing right. Lie to me, and lie to the world.
Yep.
Do you hear me? And then you constantly are putting another man's name in your mouth, talking about how special he was to you and how good he was to you. Stop it. There is no go. You do not pass go. You do not collect 200. You're wrong, Jada. You're wrong. And this man is constantly trying to be this, I lead with love. He's had to take on that to justify the manner in which he's taking this disrespect and this gobbly-goobly hodgepodge of a relationship.
So
Jada, you are powerful. A woman, and now I'm gonna tell you this. The reason I put it on her is because a woman can take a regular cat, and if she support him and encourage him, he will rule the freaking world.
I agree with that.
If she had one that could have done it, Will could have ran for president, but he can't because his helpmeet ain't no damn help.
Hold on. Ben, get this man a show on here today. Give him a contract right now.
I'm disappointed in Jada. Now, would I let anybody attack her? No. You know why? She's a black woman. I'm a protector. That's how I'm built. But when I look at it and say, I'm going to quote Grady Roberts. You'd have goddamn this woman. That's my granddaddy. He said, you'd have goddamn this woman.
Goddamn this.
The woman, Hirsch. You know what my grandmother would do? She would Hirsch. She'd be talking later. But you know what? When my grandmother was 90-something, hadn't visited her, and I'm giving you an example, ladies, so you don't try to come at me like you want us to go back into the kitchen pregnant and barefoot. No.
I'm ready to come at you, Eric. Go ahead.
I want a partner. I want somebody who can think, do as Mika B mentioned, like if I get out of sorts, that can come and rub my bald head and calm me down because I'm a silverback. You understand me? Yeah, if somebody do something wrong, you yes, but don't let me throw everything away. I need you to have that mindset. Now back to Grady and Audrey V. When she couldn't remember who I was, her children were. Mm-hmm. I said, no, you my grandmother. And Grady was my grand. She said, you know my husband? No, you don't know my husband. I say, she remember that man. And my grandfather was a hard man. He wasn't no, hey, baby, and pinch you on the booty. You know, they come from that generation. But that guidance, and when he left her with security. She knew she was loved and she knew she was protected. Period. Mm. But Will can't do that to Jada. He out of line. He gonna be too rough. And not being able to do that, exact that type of control in his home has led to him slapping a 5'5", 155-pound man on international TV and embarrassing himself, his family, the entire Black community, and most importantly, other Black men. God, dog, brother. Come on, Jada, you supposed to help him now. You supposed to, we need you. We need you. We need you to be right. We need you to not embarrass us. We need you to not clown us. Man, come on. Ooh, you say you want it all, but you give it all away. Oh, Jada is a perfect example. Now, if y'all think Jada's right, you are wrong. And I'm a balanced person. I give people their mind. I respect your lane. Long as you don't try to bring your call into mine. I can agree. I ain't gonna say agree to disagree, but I respect your position. Right. But I will stand on this mountain and die. There's no way you publicly embarrass someone in the ways that she does, and then you're supposed to be okay. I wouldn't. I'm a girl dad. I dare my daughters to listen to this woman. I dare them. Not the right example. Not how you be a helpmeet to your husband. Not how you be a partner. And
so you're saying all of that influenced Will to go on that stage to.
Well, no, I told you at the beginning. See, this is what y'all forget. I'm a man, so I'm gonna look at him.
Okay.
Will. So what I'm gonna tell you, Will, leave her. If she ain't helping, she hurting. Hey, my daughter's in a situation. If he ain't helping, he's hurting.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so
if you're not adding, you're subtracting, is what I like.
If you ain't a plus, you a minus.
Eric, I ain't gonna hold you. You took like everything I was gonna say out my damn mouth.
I apologize,
like
CJ.
No, you good.
CJ.
No, you good. No, that's okay. No. That's okay. See, because you're a lot older, and you're saying what I would have said. I just would have said it with a lot more stuff.
Lie, God, dog. See, they act like we are dinosaurs.
Man, no, what I gotta do? I mean, I wore the wrong shirt or something.
I'm just saying. No, come on. But look, so. Yes, do I agree? Yeah, I agree. But I am going to back up Mika on this sense. And this when I look at a man right here on like Real Talk, and he should have been checked at. He really should have been checked at. And I'm speaking like this for one. And I keep telling people the relationship was a fail from the very beginning. When you see your woman is too attached to somebody that's quote unquote her best friend, and she constantly reminds you of how you're not that guy. You're not him. I guarantee you, if this woman across in my damn room let me know about, oh, man, my other friend was doing this shit. Man. Nigga, I would have been shit. Boy,
CJ, I don't want to be nowhere nobody want me to be. You don't, I don't want to be nowhere.
And if you got to compare, go back.
Listen. Will Smith was the exact on the other end of the spectrum of a Tupac. Will, I'm gonna help Mika and Alicia right now. Will, what you doing? She don't even like you.
Can I? And this is totally.
She gave you some sugar box. You got her pregnant, and then her mama forced her to get married. Jada has quoted saying, "I felt pressured from my mother to get married, so I did. She did not even want to do that. You know what I'm gonna say?
Yes.
No, I think Jada took the safe bet. Will was the safe bet. And sometimes after women go through a bunch of stuff with different men, they go with the safe bet.
Well,
She
thank you.
knew he was going to take care of it.
Thank you for yes, we putting this on Jada. That's even
No,
more.
we're not,
Jada.
All
Jada.
this is not going on Jada.
Hold on, wait a minute. Okay, look, hold on. So on the real,
I know people was like, boy, don't be trapping like that. No.
Hold on. Just
I'm
on
a fight over here, Eric.
Wait, hold on. So just on an FYI, Tupac did, unfortunately, his life was cut short. So I'm trying to bring it up. Had he been alive today, I don't know about if there would have been a Jada or Will Smith. Unfortunately, he passed away. That's really what he unfortunately passed away at a young age, which forced her to gravitate towards Will. But just like y'all both kept saying, and this is where and look, this is the real talk, right? So this on a player, this on some real game, on some player shit, bro. If she wasn't really look, Will already knew. Jada Pinkett Smith won at the back. Timeout. Hey, did y'all see that episode? Was it a different world when Tupac played her friend? He said, "Hey, baby," he came back all smooth and shit with the damn little thing. Bro, Jada wanted that. That's the lifestyle. That's the lifestyle she wants. That's what she wanted. So I blame. Look, we'll only get one blame for me, and it affects everything. Why did you even choose that as a look? If Will Smith was my son, I'd be disappointed. Eric, I don't know. Well, you just said you have so you have all girls, right?
Yes.
Okay. So me and Justin. So I got a 3-year-old, a 3-month-old. Y'all just seen him. Justin, you got like a what, 4 or 5-year-old?
Mm-hmm.
I would have looked at my son like, son, she didn't originally want you. She did not originally want you, and she constantly bringing you up. And just like Eric said, the male ego is fragile. And I told somebody this. No, actually, I told Justin this a long time ago. I said, hey, when a woman gets hurt, she gonna like do some shit. She gonna fuck with your money. She gonna fuck with your friends. She gonna fuck with some other shit. But when a man get hurt, men have a tendency to kill people, to even kill themselves when they're because it's that fragile.
Well, I want to. It is, but here's the problem: men have not been allowed to really. We're humans. We experience every emotion that a woman experiences.
That's right.
But black men, and I'll say black men in particular,
what up, Mika,
have not been allowed. Go ahead, Mika.
Mika, what you want to say, Mika?
I totally agree. The black man needs to be the first person lining up for therapy and everything else.
Oh, you want to be slick? Okay, Mika.
Yeah, okay. Hey,
that was a dart and a jab. That was a dart and a jab. That was a dart and a jab.
I was about to call up and say, what?
I'm cut over here.
I try.
I need a napkin.
No.
I am cut.
No, I'm just saying the black man needs that. We're saying
black men needs to be allowed to be human and express emotion without pinning it up.
We didn't allow Will Smith to be human. I think that's why he exploded.
If you let me I'm unloading the wagon. If we had not allowed, if he had been able to truly say, man, this is hurtful. This is not, you don't even need therapy, because being honest and true to yourself is therapeutic in itself.
That's right.
Right. So if he would have been allowed to do that, but here's the knock on black men, because me and Justin have talked about this. Like, I hold black men accountable. I know things. We got to start somewhere. I'm not going to go over to the women's side and say, y'all need to clean up all this and y'all do that, and then we'll do right.
That's facts.
Men, I say, hey, I'm a man. I understand your plight, but this is the level we want to be at. So this is the work we need to do. My personal issue is, my opinion, I'll say, is women need to get together and hold each other accountable.
Yeah.
And say, quit being this way. You really need to do that. Because now I'm not, it will be on her forever to try to debate on who should do what practices, habits, what programming, frames of thought are right, wrong, good, and bad. You know, there's going to be some gray all over the place, but there are some fundamental, intrinsic, fundamental guidelines that do not change from Genesis to Revelation, just to give you a timeline, from the beginning of when there was nothing until there will be nothing. Understand? There are fundamentals, and we are all over the place when it comes to that, because people do not want to be honest with themselves.
That's right.
People don't live in truth. They do not operate in balance, and they damn sure don't respect reality. I call it TBR. It is my life philosophy, and that's how I live. I operate in truth. I'm honest with myself on who I am, what I am, and where I am with myself and my most, whatever it is for you. For some, it's God, some it's Yah, some it's the universe, some it's Allah, Buddha, whoever, whatever nature, the universe, whoever you are. You need to be honest with yourself and that higher purpose. And then my next point, I'm going to operate in balance. I'm going to try to stay in the middle, in the green, right? And so I can see a full spectrum of options to take in any given circumstance. Some people try to be too far right wing, too far left wing, to try to use a term. You got some women, I'm a boss this, and you got some dudes, I'm a man. Calm your tail down and come in the middle. There's a time and a place for everything. Time and a place. It's a time where where I need to hulk out, but it's a time where I'm giving the slap, and it's a time where I have to take a slap.
That's right.
But the wisdom coming to know when those moments are.
That's it.
That wasn't the moment. Now, and then you have to respect reality. You can't be so off in the brain that you're not looking at practical, logical elements of life. You have to be able to do that so you can make a tangible decision. You got some people. I know I might get called out on this. So you have the institution of church. That's and so you got people that practice this zealot type of religion where they don't cuss, they don't drink, they don't smoke, they don't listen to circular music, they don't dress a certain way. They got all these criteria, right? So, but here's the deal. One of them things that don't have anything. You can't be so holy that you know earthly good. They'll understand that term. So you got to watch. You got to be balanced. So I know people that was at that point where their boss would get a call, the phone ring, they answer, they ask to speak to the boss. The boss say, "Hey, tell him I'm not available." Well, I can't tell him that because I don't lie. If you don't sit, see, that's not living in reality. That's reality. And if you don't understand that there are times and places where you have to do things, you'll know when you crossing the line. You'll know when you're about to do something that's going to combat your character and your beliefs and your beliefs and your standards, right? Or your values. That's the word I want. You'll know when that comes. Then go ahead and make a stand and do something. But man, you gotta be balanced. So you need to live in truth. You need to operate in balance. You need to respect reality. And when you start doing that, then you'll start to see things go better. Like we wouldn't have had this problem if I'd have been able to sit down and talk to Will. Say, Will, you need to operate in TBR. You need to apply these 3 Ps. Slapping them, did that put you in a position of power? Did it prosper you? And did it protect anybody? No. Did it give you peace? No. Is it helping you achieve your purpose? No.
Did he first?
I would want these ladies to talk to Jada. Jada, why you ain't grabbing? Jada, do you know what you got? Why are you clowning him in the public? That is, man, women know that from the beginning of the time. You do not clown your man in public under no circumstance.
Oh, no.
You don't do that. You supposed to pump him up. I seen a meme where the one was like, it was a comedian. She was like, he came in there to my baby, I want to be an astronaut. And she was like, baby, you can go to the moon. Absolutely, you can. But when he leaves, she was like, yeah, that boy, he can't rub 2 cookies together and make crumbs. You do that then, but you never do that to your man. You pump him up. Men are driven off of that. You know what I'm saying? Jada just dropping the ball in every way. And I'm getting back to the point. Yes, I put it all on Jada. Not really, but y'all know what I mean. So I'll address the men for I do address men for the elements that they need to do, but I would call on women of substance who have boundaries, no levels, and who are self-reflective. If you're a self-aware woman, that's who I'm talking about. Self-aware women. When you know you're right, when you're wrong, and when you're bad, and when you're ugly. That's who I'm talking to. I bet they would say, yeah, Jada. They need to look at Jada and say, Jada, I'm looking at you for what you did because you in my camp. And then I'll look at Will and say, Will, you wrong for what you did because you in my camp. Can we agree on that?
Okay.
Absolutely.
We gotta add a little humor here because this was so deep. This was so powerful.
Listen, I mean it from my heart. But I hope I'm not, and I'm not saying it to offend. This is definitely my opinion. I know it's kind of heavy, but I would say I think it's important because I want to, there are going to be other ideas, but let's spark those. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm with my sister. Jada's still cute. I'm not going over there, girl. I'm with you.
Alicia trying to calm me down. She said I'm too serious. She was like joking.
Yeah, joking.
I understand, Alicia. I promise it. I'm not trying to cut nobody, hurt nobody. It's just exhortation comes out of me like that. I'm just that way.
Now, I definitely, everything that you said, I agree with 110%. I think you said it where, honestly, there's nothing for me to say because everything you said, the way you said it, the elegance you presented it with, the message behind it, which is we're not leaving Will out of this. We hold Will to a higher standard.
Definitely.
But what we're saying is if you're my partner or you're my mate, like Mika said earlier, you pull my coattail and say, this ain't the time, baby. Don't calm down. Don't worry about it. You can address it at a later time. That's the point that I totally feel like most women are missing that.
That's the most important part. They the rudder. We can be
most women
and everything, but they the rudder,
Yeah, they're applauding the violence. They're applauding that Will Smith. Honestly, if and every man, I'm just speak to the ladies. Your man isn't Will Smith, so let your man go to Walmart and try that shit.
Going to jail.
Okay.
When his ass end up
gonna be a loose stare.
Exactly, or his ass end up like Mika said, a loose stare.
Yeah, right.
Hey,
get this bail money, go get him.
Hey, Justin, right quick. I got a question for Mika because I know she's single.
She might not. I'm sorry.
Nah.
Caught me off guard. I'm like, whoa.
God. Yeah, what's up,
single,
CJ?
brother? We know I've been following the podcast.
I got
single for a while. But so I was gonna ask, what type? Okay, so out of a Will Smith, a Tupac Shakur, or a Chris Rock, who would you gravitate towards?
That's
okay. First of all,
wait, hold on. Last thing, I'm gonna shut up.
Okay.
This is after you just seen Chris Rock just get slapped.
That's what you're doing, CJ. Let's see what you're doing.
So yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. While I'm disappointed, let me tell you this: Tupac was my first crush when I was 10. That was my first crush. But before or after that situation, I'm looking at the characteristics of all three that you've mentioned, right?
Hey, Lily being hot in the comment section, a combination of
I'm looking, I'm getting there. I'm telling you now.
She said, "I want Will Smith money. I want Chris Rock's patience and poise, and then I'm gonna take Tupac swag."
I always tell people I want a Christian thug. He got a little Lord, but he might cuss a little bit.
No, that's a great. That is. Yes, a woman. That's what I'm saying. A woman, she want a silverback, but he gonna be cuddly and warm with her. But then when you out in the elements, she gonna be able to block things, protect her. They gotta have that because it's a security from every. And she said it right from the beginning. He's gonna be able to
take care of the house financially, spiritually.
Yep, she said it from the beginning.
With all that, he's gonna be. So give me a combination of all three. But
But
his question is, which if you had to choose out of them three, which one you gonna have to ride with?
And this Chris Rock after he got slapped.
Will Smith.
Oh, okay.
I was so pro Mika B until then.
Yeah, that kind of that made me want to wrap up the show.
Y'all cannot allow one moment to change a man.
No, we're not talking about. Yes, we're not talking about the one moment. We just ran down beautifully all of the flaws of his lack of decision making. You shouldn't want a man that allow you to dictate. So you look at him and he jump up and act a clown.
But one time, though, y'all, we've all jumped up and acted a clown one time.
Not one time at the Oscars in the live TV. That's another prominent black man.
Y'all ain't never acted a fool at work or something. You have to.
Never. And I've been called an N-word. I've been disrespected. I've been lied on. Listen, I've been in an environment.
I don't know Chris Rock enough to be like
first choice or best option.
I don't know Chris Rock enough.
What you mean you don't know him enough?
I don't know what he does behind closed doors. We just got to see Will act a fool.
He was a cheater. He admitted it. He said, man, I was out there. But I'm going to tell you, if you went back and watched Chris Rock's stand-ups, especially those of late, the last 2 or 3 over the last few years, I bet if we came back and talked about it, you'd be like, okay, I see the value. Because Chris Rock has been very transparent about his mind and his flaws and how he had to adjust. And he has a better bead and understanding of emotion in women than Will Smith does, because Will definitely does not have any reins on his chosen selected mate.
I'm not picking any of them.
The reason she said
I'll take that out.
Yeah, I'm not picking any of them.
You ain't out the valley yet with me. I'm just saying.
But my sister told me don't pick Tupac because he not alive. But I wanted Mika tapped across his stomach though. Thug life.
You sound just like Jada Hill. Oh,
listen, y'all are giving Tupac too much credit. You know why he gone? From acting like Will Smith.
I know that, y'all, but my crush is real. Back in the day, that was my crush.
Hold on.
But we know better today.
If we know better today, that's why I said none of them.
Wait, hold on, time out. No, I shouldn't ask it on here. No, I'm not gonna ask it on here. I ain't gonna ask it.
Yeah, listen, go with your first mind, CJ. Go with your first mind.
CJ,
like,
after this?
Hold it.
No, fuck it. Hey. So who's your crush now? Like celebrity wise?
Ooh.
Like if you had to like one. And this is relevant to the topic of hand, but I'm just trying to see something.
Yeah, I don't have.
Not true.
Okay, so you don't have.
No.
So just somebody you just like, ooh, man, he could. Yeah,
he could be there.
Do whatever.
Not a male. There's not a male entertainer who you see and you'd be like, oh yeah, if I had a shot, yeah.
He's not attractive. This person that I like, I'm attracted to the way he takes care of his family and stuff on TV. So no,
why you shooting at somebody who take it with you? No, I'm just joking. No, I'm giving you a hard time. I'm trying to get you back. You cut me over here. I'm still bleeding.
I'm gonna go with Randall off of This Is Us. Y'all might not watch this show.
The character or the real guy?
The character, yes. So, because I can't pick out a celebrity, y'all, I'm going with a character.
That's a character of Will Smith. He just like Will Smith.
No.
Good point.
Mika,
I love the show.
I asked the wrong question. I was gonna. Okay, so what I was hoping to accomplish with that whole debacle, I wasn't trying to just like out you like that. You know, I wasn't trying to ask you like that. But what I was gonna say was, you know, would you want your man? And I guess you technically already answered it because I was gonna say, you know, that would you want your man, and how would you feel if you was Chris Rock's woman? Because remember, Chris Rock got a wife too.
I wouldn't feel any type of way. I would make sure my man was okay. At the end of the day, I know I'm responsible after something like that for building back up his ego, building him back up emotionally, because he looked distraught. So
yes, he looked distraught.
And I would actually, believe it or not, I would actually be proud of him, because restraint takes a different kind of strength, y'all.
Thank you for saying that, my sister. Thank you. Justin, you are not a weak man, being able to control your emotions. Man,
restraint takes a different type of strength. It's a different type of strength, and that's sexy to women. If I know you can have restraint and strength in this area, oh, we good.
Time out, Eric. So you letting somebody slap you on live television like that?
If I was Chris Rock, I would hope. Listen. Hold on, CJ. Don't kill me, man.
Okay. Not yet.
I would hope that I would have handled it as well as Chris Rock.
That's right. I would too.
I would hope to be. I would hope. Like I'm a new grandfather. I have a grandson. I started early, y'all. Don't trying to say I'm just, you know what I'm saying. But I would hope that he would grow and have the ability to have that type of poise and control in that circumstance. Now I'm gonna tell you, I've been slapped in that moment, but it was easy to dissipate it because it was by a woman.
Oh, okay.
And so I allowed that to occur. But I had a bad, and I'll tell on myself in college, and I'm not making this up. If you do some research, you ask some people I went to school with, they'll know. I was known for slapping cats.
Oh my.
That's what I did. I ain't gonna punch you. I'm not gonna, because what happened, you know, guys would say, oh, he snuck me. So I didn't want to give him that. There's nothing more disrespectful to being slapped, and then you take a step back and I'm like, because that usually dissipates that. What I've done is shown you didn't want this. So stop bumping your guns. But you got to realize this early 20s.
Eric a bully.
Early 20s. No, I was a bully. I bullied bullies because I got bullied during school. Like my early school years, I was bullied because I want to be everybody's friend. I wasn't that way. Like they created a monster. I turned into a silverback in that case. But so I understand the ramifications of it from both ends.
Oh yeah.
Now I got into it with somebody. I was like, but I ain't stupid. I'm like, yeah, ain't nothing I can do with him. Dude just slam me, jack me up. I say, hey, man, you need to get your hands on me. He got his hands on me. They looking like, what you gonna do? I said, you just saw how strong he was. I'm not doing anything. I'm not no crash dummy. Never will be, ever.
Nobody. Hey, Eric. Now a little bit about my background. I box in the heavyweight division. I am not that big. I fight people on a daily that's 280, 260. I'm only on a good, I just started getting my weight back up. I'm around 220, but when I was, in my, like the best of shape, I'm a 210, 211. You see what I'm saying? So I always, it wouldn't matter who it was. That's one thing the wonderful sport of boxing done taught me. You gonna fight whatever, and I'm a fighter.
But we're not. But boxing is a controlled environment, right?
No, hold on. So just hear me. So I took that into life, meaning no matter, you're gonna get and just like in boxing, you gonna get hit, you gonna get slapped. Well, nah, you ain't getting slapped in boxing, but you gonna get hit, you gonna get some big shots. You know what I'm saying? So it's what you do after that and how you retaliate is what's gonna set the record straight. And now, Eric, and this is for Eric. This is also for Will Smith. I guarantee you, if one of the partners, you never elaborated on that. I was gonna ask, but if you slap somebody, and if somebody would have knocked your ass down the damn stage, you would have said, you know what? I may need to stop slapping niggas. That ain't the best result. If I guarantee you, had Chris Rock, if Will Smith slapped him, then Chris Rock said, man, fuck these Oscars. You finna catch these hands or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a different scenario. But, and maybe this is just the maturity part of me as a man. Well, for one, I would have never been in those situations, just like how we talked about on the 20-minute mark. If I feel like my woman is a toxic woman, she gonna get me in some shit. Because you do have women that out there, oh man, my man can fight. My man can this, and third. You talking to a 6'8" nigga that's 2'6". I'm like, hold on, baby, hold on. Like, I'm like, hold on. No, go ahead, fuck him up, baby. I'm like, damn. All right, here we go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be in that situation in the first place. But, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Will Smith, and I just felt like maybe that's like the maturity in me. I'm gonna just say this. I don't know if that could have been me. Just like how you said, Eric, you would have hoped.
I can respect that. Yeah, because like we talked about egos, and I'm not saying that I wouldn't. I said I would. You got to hear me. I said I would hope that I would have been able to handle it the way that Chris Rock.
Yeah. So, guys, I know we could keep this going all night. Mika, thank you so much. We're over an hour, and I don't want to keep us going because we just going to keep going. And I want to thank you all for joining. I really do appreciate it. This was a great conversation. This is probably one of my favorite episodes that we have done. So, CJ, I already know what's up with you, bro, and I appreciate you as always being on. Eric, I'm pretty sure you had a phone call or something, so that's cool, no big deal. But once again, man, I appreciate y'all. I want to go ahead and give y'all the opportunity to give your final thoughts or any takeaways that you may want to share. Let's start with Mika first.
Real quick, y'all, thank you for having me on. It was a good conversation. The perspective that Eric and CJ and Justin you brought, they were all amazing, and it makes you think. And it makes you not only, this was about Will, but it also makes you think about your role as a woman and how you're supposed, what you're supposed to do to help your man in difficult situations. And one thing that I always try to apply to life is never let temporary emotions allow you to make permanent decisions. So
I like that.
I appreciate it, y'all.
CJ.
So it kind of brings us back to one of our first episodes. We started talking about Will and Jada with that whole entanglement shit. This ain't how long we've been doing this damn thing. Just as a young man watching that, I'm still going through it, Justin. I'm no different than a hot-blooded young nigga, bro. I still like to fight. I still will turn up, but I'm getting wiser, and I'm thankful that I'm not in the situation where I would never be in those situations. If I already feel like the tensions can get high like that, I have the sense to say I'm turning around because I don't know what's happening. And this is a humility part. I know, look, I'm a boxer. I'm supposed to think I can whoop somebody's ass, but at the same time, I'm not dumb. I'm pretty sure somebody can beat my ass too. Shit, this ain't a one-way hot. You know what I'm saying? So, I just have that humility. You see what I'm saying? And I just hope what people can take from what this show was. This was a very, we didn't disagree on everything, but if you could take one thing from this, I would just say, hey, you need to be with a partner. At the end of the day, she ain't gonna put you in no situation that you have to throw hands. That's the key. You don't want somebody, one of these toxic girls. Bet my woman. I bet my man kick your ass. Like, you know what I'm saying? You like, baby, chill out, baby. No, my man can. I'm like, oh shit. All right, here we go. So, just stop being toxic, ladies. And for men, if that ain't your first option, if she ain't your first option, it ain't no option.
All right. I would say if I wanted to send a message out, I would tell men to be very, very critical and understand that who you tie your life to is the most important decision you will make. It will make you or break you. So be very, definitely take responsibility for developing yourself, having mentorship, paying attention, being the best version of yourself so you can attract the best version of yourself.
That's dope. So my final thought would be just pretty much piggybacking off of what everyone said, knowing and understanding your role, establishing your role, establishing the type of person you want to be, and knowing the type of woman that you want to be with. And if you're not seeing those qualities, give her opportunity. Maybe it's a conversation that you can have where she has a better understanding, or for the ladies, maybe it's a conversation you can have for him to have a better understanding. But you have to have boundaries. You have to respect each other, and everything else will take care of itself. So with that being said,
time out. Wait, hold on. Just last thing. Mika, you need to tell Ivan. Wait, is Ivan still watching, or is he ain't watching? Because if he ain't watching, that's some whole shit. Because I be watching the end of y'all episode. Fucked up, Ivan, if it ain't watching. But
oh my God.
So me and Justin would like to be on Kings of Queens. I don't know when y'all can set that up.
Kings of Queens.
I don't know Justin. What's the show called, dog? What,
it's
1 King, 3 Kings?
Queen, 3, and King. And if you're gonna be on the show, you got to know the name, CJ.
CJ, I gotta back me to be on that one, bro.
Okay, well, look, damn it, put me on there. Put me and Justin on there. We're gonna turn it out. Because y'all need a perspective on some situations from a younger man like myself. Like last week, y'all talked about the online dating thing. I knew all about that. I'm just throwing myself out. I don't know. I don't know if I need to talk to. Okay, y'all got me. Okay, yeah. Justin, tell your people to get my people.
Can y'all put the link to that show in the chat or something? So
yeah, do that.
You can't right to know invite.
Damn, Lily, it don't matter. I still watch the show. Damn.
Look, there go Ivy right there.
Hey,
what happened?
He said yeah.
Lily, it don't even matter because your boy said I'm in there. So appreciate you, Ivy. You're a real G. I don't care what nobody say about you. You cool with me in my book, brother.
So this is our BS3 network, Eric. So what it is that there's a lot of different podcasts, a lot of different topics, a lot of different perspectives. So I will encourage you, and I will send you the link to your cell phone so you can watch us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Roku TV as well.
Any streaming platform.
Yep. I will definitely give you the link. And Eric, this is a platform for everyone to come and educate, elevate, uplift, and inspire each other. So anytime you have any free time, I will definitely love to have you on. Me and CJ are the hosts, but anytime you guys are more than welcome to join. And that goes for the whole listening audience. That goes for everyone. Reach out to me or CJ, and we'll set it up and we'll make it happen.
Well, man, I appreciate the opportunity to come in and participate. It was very, very enjoyable. So I appreciate everyone, especially your perspectives. Definitely left me with some food for thought, and I think that's always important. So, man, I'm humbled and I appreciate the invite. Thank you.
There we go. All right, guys, and for everyone else out there, thank you for joining us. Thank you for another great episode. CJ, we see you with your drink. And that's Don't finish all of that. Save me a tap. But we're going to y'all later.